So we're gonna skip this part since it's the introduction and you can read by yourself. Now, here comes the contents. As you can see, there are 9 chapters. Chapter 1 and 2 are basic concepts. From chapter 3 to 7 are Chinese language building blocks. Chapter 8 and 9 are some tips regarding the sound and grammar. I'm gonna divide this tutorial into 3 videos. Each video will cover 3 chapters. You should be able to digest the content on your own by the end of the series. Now, let's start with chapter 1. So, there is a common question. Is Chinese easy to learn or is Chinese hard to learn? The answer is both. The easy part is the grammar. There are no masculine or feminine words in Chinese. There are no sentence structures require you to add words like that, which, where, etc. There are not many variations of tenses. The order of words in a sentence is pretty straightforward. So the hard part is, first, Chinese characters. Chinese is not a phonetic language. Even if you know the pronunciation, you can't read or write the characters. Well, the solution is that first, learn the Chinese alphabet, which is pinyin, then read pinyin along with the characters. Read and repeat until you recognize those symbols. And the second hard part is the sound of each word, not the tone. A lot of people think that the tones are the most difficult part of learning Chinese. It's actually not that accurate because there are hundreds or thousands of dialects in China. Many of them, they don't pronounce the tones the same way. There are so many different ways of pronouncing the same word when people are speaking the same thing. Still, they can understand each other, right? Why is that? Because there is a context. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn the right tones. I'm just saying, even if your tones are not perfect, as long as you are communicating in the context, you're fine. So what really hard is the sound. Compared to Japanese, there are way more similar sounds in Chinese words. So it's very hard to imitate or follow or to tell apart one word from another. The way to cure this problem is by listening carefully and repeating out loud. When you are training your mouth, your facial muscles, you are also training your listening. So, in the end, what's important? What's the key of learning Chinese effectively? It's to grow your vocabulary. There are many ways to grow your vocabulary. Well, one thing that came to my mind is to memorize some simple words first and make them as your building blocks. Then build more new words on top of them. Another way is to read or listen to some entry-level materials. You will see or hear the same word again and again until you memorize them. So here is a list of entry-level articles on our website. You can listen, you can read. I'll put the link below. Personally, I think the best way is to use the language. I would read or speak as much as possible. Even if you don't have a lot of vocabulary yet, the more you use them, the more you will find the need or incentive to learn more words. Last but not least, you may use flashcards or apps like Duolingo. In my opinion, whatever works for you is the best way to learn Chinese. Well, now we come to chapter 2, Pinyin. Pinyin is like the Chinese alphabet. It's the foundation of learning the language. You may find a lot of Pinyin charts online. They do look intimidating, even for Chinese speakers. What I want to say is that you don't need to memorize them. You don't even need to know how to pronounce all of this. Because they are pretty similar to English letters, you probably can guess 80% of them. The way to find out how much you already know is to click this link, follow and listen. Then you know how much you can already guess correctly. So here are a few special cases that a lot of English speakers find difficult or confusing. The first one is letter R, and in Chinese you pronounce like R, and a lot of people find it so hard to pronounce. The way to practice is to first relax your mouth and don't try too hard. Just say it softly, R, and then you will finally get it. Just don't try too hard. Relax, okay? And you can listen to this sound and by clicking here, so you can practice. And the second one is here, and there are many people confuse those two. One is qi, one is chi. And the qi and chi are both very common, so you have to tell them apart. And by clicking here, you can listen to them. And this one it's not X, it's xi. And then you can play it here and imitate. All right. I'll leave the rest for you to practice. My suggestion is that follow this video. As long as you can follow and read everything in this video, you should be fine. But if you ever want to go deeper in pinyin, you may want to check out the pinyin course here. I'll put the link in the description below. Once you've read all the pinyin and have a very good feeling about it, you can confidently move on to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is about greetings. And here, please read this sentence and try to remember it because you will find there are so many hidden building blocks inside this one single sentence. So this sentence is 你好，我叫李想，很高兴认识你. And you can play it here when you are practicing on your own. 你 means you. 好 means good. 你好，你好, hello. So when you put you and good together, it means you good, it means hello. And here, 我 means I. 的 it means someone's. So 我的 is my. 我的妈妈 my mom. Here, 名字 名字 name 名字是 is am are 名字是 name is, right? And here there's a structure. A is B is A 是 B. So you can put a noun in A and a noun in B and make a sentence. For example, 我的名字是 My name is something. Like here is 我的名字是李想. My name is 李想. And here there's a new word, 不. 不 is no or not. So when you put 不 in front of a 是, it means not. So 我的名字不是 something. My name is not Amy, right? My name is not Amy. My name is 李想. 我的名字不是 Amy. 我的名字是李想, right? Here, there is another word, 你. 你 means you. 你的名字 your name. And here, 很 is very. 高兴 is happy. 我很高兴。I am very happy. 你很高兴。You know what that means, right? You are very happy. 你。我很不高兴。What does that mean? It means I am very unhappy, right? 你高兴吗? So here we have a new one, 吗? Ma is in general a question mark. If you put ma in the end of any sentence, it becomes a question. So 你高兴 means you are happy. 你高兴吗 becomes are you happy? Are you happy? 你高兴吗? So you don't change the order of words, you just put a ma in the end of a sentence and it becomes a question. Here, 认识means know or get to know or meet someone. 你认识我 You know me. 你认识我吗 Do you know me? 我不认识你 I don't know you. 我不认识你 I don't know you. So once you are very familiar with all these building blocks, in the end there is a test. You can check it out and see if you understand all of these. You can see the Chinese characters, pinyin, and translation, and also the audio. You can play it to test yourself. In the next video, we are going to go through chapter 4 to chapter 6. See you there.